BizTV show rolls on. We're inside the Loft 100 studios here in Southern California. Hope everyone's having a great day. Our day is great because the day trader Quattro, the Quaw, right there live and in person. That's right, James East. 4, baby. Quattro, 4. Back here at the bar, it is Costa, it is Marybird Godwin, and Sully.
Sounds like it's more like Quarto to you this morning, the way you're slurring your words.
With my Spanglish?
No, I was talking about Quarto.
Oh, okay.
Different story here. Look, we have a special guest in studio. What do you think about that?
Adela Corrales is the principal of Country Montessori Schools and executive director of Montessori Center for Teacher Education. I get the.
Where is that? Is that in San Diego?
It's in Poway.
In Poway. Poway is yes, it's in San Diego. So you may be watching us. We're in 85 million TV homes in 175 countries. San Diego, you may have heard of, by the way. It's not a big ask to come to San Diego when you ask to guess.
And we've got 4 natives here sitting here, and how many up there that are natives? You 2 are as well.
Really?
Yeah, take a picture.
It's us 6.
Yeah.
There's a total of 8.
There's a total of 8 left.
No, I'm not kidding. Well, because there was a mass exodus into Texas at some point.
Sure.
And there was a mass into the non-tax states. I still think the failed Republic of Texas is not the place to emigrate to.
Where do you think people are going to go?
I think you're going to see more people in Florida.
Oh, yeah.
Did you catch Florida?
Florida.
Yes. I want to talk about what is what is called Montessori?
Montessori, yeah.
How many? First of all, number of questions. How percentage-wise, how many people mispronounce it? 50-50?
50-50.
Yeah.
Well, I always see it. I just have never known what it means. Is there a meaning behind the word?
There is. So Montessori is named after Dr. Maria Montessori, who was the creator of that pedagogy.
Okay.
And she started that in Italy in late 1800s. 1907 is when the first school opened.
Oh,
that's where the term Montessori comes from, is in honor of Dr. Montessori.
And
what's the difference between that and traditional learning?
Well, it's very different. It was actually developed for special needs children when she did develop that, and it was a hands-on approach. And so what makes it different is there's several things. Independence, they learn hands-on, they're able to choose their own work, they're able to have freedom to move within their classroom, make their own choices. They're not in a traditional desk or a chair. They can work on the floor, they can work at a table. As they're choosing. I don't know if you knew this or not, there's a 60% better chance of you succeeding in business school if you go to Montessori school.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. And a lot of it is because self-direction.
And is it, sorry.
But the question is the creativity. Are they allowed to be creative, or is it just about self-direction and about independence?
No, they have that freedom to be creative in what they work on, how they choose it. I mean, there's a strict curriculum where the teachers are moving them through to get them, prepared, but they have a lot of creative opportunities within that environment.
And is it all through grade school and high school? Is there a Montessori high school?
In certain parts there are, in certain parts of the United States. Our school is just preschool through 5th grade.
5th grade, okay. Right.
What about problem solving? Isn't that one of the biggest things I read about?
It is.
Because I can't find my way out of this building that I own and solve that problem. But but honestly, because I hear about this and I'm wondering why I wasn't stuck in something like this versus stuck in a different area. I don't mean stuck in a negative way, but when you're 5, they just kind of plop you. I was a soccer coach once for 5-year-olds. I just picked them up. That's right. But let's talk about that piece of it, because problem solving is huge in terms of business-wise.
It is. And so it all starts with independence, which then makes the student confident, which then leads to stronger problem-solving abilities and skills to deal with real-life situations.
Is there any, God, how do I say this? Once they go from the Montessori, circle into like a regular public high school or let's say a private high school, is there any sort of shock to their system when they're kind of thrown back onto the yard?
Or are they thinking they're like a club fed? This is the greatest thing ever.
Or maybe.
As bad as I thought it was.
Exactly.
Right. So the feedback that we receive from alumni is that initially the campus is bigger. I had to sit in a chair. Those are the biggest differences. But in every other way.
Wait. Had to sit in a chair meaning where they used to be?
No. They now, when they transition to a larger campus, when they leave Montessori, so now they have to sit in a chair at a desk. There's tons of children, other students around. Those are the biggest differences, which,
Because my question would be, what if you were in a regular high school and then went to Montessori? Wouldn't that be just the greatest,
probably,
in terms of...
I can lay on the floor?
That's true. I can run around.
Exactly.
How does technology and phones and iPads. Was that a transition to factor that into how, the Montessori curriculum goes?
That's a great question. For our age group that Country Montessori School serves, we don't have to deal with the phones. However, technology piece has been integrated.
Even in grade school?
Right. We don't.
You don't allow it?
Right, because there's really no need. If they need their parents were there, we have a large staff that can help with that. But we have integrated technology. Again, we want to prepare our children, as Montessori does, for the future and when they do leave our school. And so in the upper levels, we do bring in the iPads and, standardized testing and robotics and coding and those engineering, those types of things to help them, succeed.
How's the football team?
I just realized.
Both of my girls right here in San Diego went to a public school, but it didn't have the tradition. In fact, they call it Hogwarts because it was Canyon Crest Academy, which is one of the number one academic schools in the city. I think in the country too, but at the time, of course, they're 30, 31 years old now. But at the time, it was always no football team. I'm having a better experience because I'm focused on something else. I have to question the fact that it's about getting the word out, isn't it? Or because I would suggest that your attendance rate, and there'd be more Montessori schools if people actually knew exactly what they were. I think they're like, I'm grown man, didn't really understand until now. But don't you think that there's an outreach that could change things? Because I think there's a lot of people that should be in your school that aren't.
I agree. That's why we're trying to get it out. However, there has been a lot of growth in the city of Poway where we have been. We started out, we were the third school, in 1989, and now there's at least 40 of whether it's a at-home daycare.
That's here in Southern California,
in the area, just in the area that our.
What about nationally? Is it?
It is nationally. You'll see a lot more of it back east and in the south, more so probably than West Coast.
Are there other, in terms of, I'm going to call it competition, traditional versus Montessori? Are there other sort of those types of schools that people are popping up here? Or
we find that families that are coming to Montessori are really looking for an alternative way of learning and system and want that private school avenue versus parents that want to go to a more traditional setting.
Are you fighting the urge to give him detention for saying that bad word like 90 seconds ago?
That wasn't very Montessori.
I call you every day on television. What are you talking about?
Oh my God, Principal, he said it again.
More editing for the control room.
Adela Corrales, Principal of
you got to come back.
Country Montessori School's Executive Director.
I promise I'll behave.
There we go.
Montessori Center for Teacher Education. The website, countrymontessori.org. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
All right, unfortunately, that's going to do it for this edition of The Big. We're going to go wash our mouths out with soap for the potty language. We'll see you next time.